Hello.
Yes, can I speak to LaTanya, please?
You can speak to Latanya.
LaTanya. Oh, man, what a name,
Yes,
LaTanya.
you're starting off like that. Yes,
La-
Latanya.
LaTanya. I've never heard it in that version before. Look at you, LaTanya.
Well, we always got to be different. So, yes, Latanya, it's a new day.
Okay,
Learn something
all
new
right.
every day.
Where are you from, LaTanya?
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia.
What do you like better, Pittsburgh or Atlanta?
Atlanta. I mean, Pittsburgh will always be home. There's certain things I can't get in Atlanta, like, originals and things like that. But Atlanta, the weather is better. Although with the rain right now, you wouldn't really think it, but the weather is much better in Atlanta.
What's Originals? What do you mean by that?
Oh, Originals is a sandwich shop in Oakland, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's like near the college over by Pitt, and they have like the best, hot dogs, and I always get shrimp and fries and just certain things, the way they make them. It's probably a grease pit, but it's awesome. And they don't have it. I haven't found anything like that in Atlanta.
If I was going to take you out on a date, right, it'd be our first date, give me some of the food things that you would want to eat on the first date. Give me some of your favorites.
Okay, my favorites, like I said, if we're going to have, if it's a date, well, it just depends. Because, if we're drinking, I like greasy stuff. So shrimp and fries is awesome. But if it's a nice romantic kind of thing, I love salmon, grilled salmon, asparagus tips, things like that.
Oh, yeah. No, I love the salmon. What about sushi? Are you a sushi person?
You know what? I'm a cheater. I cheat at sushi because I like the spider roll, which is fried, so it's really not sushi. I don't like the raw fish thing.
Really?
So, but I've learned, I went with a client one time. This is really cool. I went with a client one time. He said, hey, I want sushi. And I was like, listen, love the idea, but he said, no, trust me, you'll love it. You'll love it. And so we had a spider roll, which I think is, I'm not sure if it's shrimp, what the meat, crab meat, something in there is something that I'm familiar with and is cooked, and I do love it. So anytime I go anywhere or somebody invites me to sushi, I can say yes because I can find something on the menu that I like.
Now, do you eat sushi with chopsticks or a fork?
Okay, I'm a cheater. I'm a newbie. I'm still with a fork. I haven't been enough to do the chopsticks. What about you?
I'm a chopstick person, but I've been eating sushi, let's just say, hypothetically, like a 10 years, right? For the first year and a half, I was eating with a fork until someone then told me that when you're at the sushi place, it's disrespectful to not use a chopstick. Now, to me, and I've said this with my friend a couple of times too, I think the fork is one of the best tools to ever eat. The invention of a fork is the best thing ever. However, once I heard that I was disrespecting their culture, I used to order the sushi and have it delivered to my house, and I would practice by myself, and now I love it.
Okay, that's a cool idea. Now, that I might go for because I was just getting ready to ask you. I mean, I understand, and I really do not want to disrespect anyone's culture. The places that I've gone, they are not technically just sushi. Like, say they're a restaurant that has, like, sushi items, but that's not the only thing they serve. Is that still
It depends. I'll tell you what it depends on. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
If who's serving you, who owns it, and who's the chef, and who's the waitress, if they're all Asian, Japanese, or whatnot, I don't know. If they're all Asian, then you're disrespecting. But if you got an American cook in the back and you got
because they weren't, the servers were not.
Yeah. So then you don't have a problem with that.
Okay, but I'm gonna be mindful of that now, though. Thank you.
Tell me about your personal life real quick here. Are you married? Do you have children? What's going on? You single?
Yes, I have 3 kids. My youngest is going to be a senior in a senior in college. My goodness. So I'm an empty nester. Like I said, I'm originally from Pittsburgh. I lived in Atlanta 20 plus years, and I have a grandson. His name is Aiden, and he's 3.
Oh wow! Tell me about the feeling of having a kid, and then having a grandkid. What's the difference in feelings, for you?
Okay, for me, having kids was, that's like right there. That's your heartstrings. That's, you feel like if you mess up, you like really mess up. You want to make sure they're safe. Even now, my children are adults, and I feel like, I'm always trying to make sure that they're good, even though they're like, Mom, we don't live here. We're great. But I'm still always, that mother's ear never goes away. If I hear them on the phone or something doesn't sound right, I'm like, really, I need to see you, lay eyes on you to make sure you're good. With the grandchild, I spoil him rotten. I am such a punk grandparent. He can do anything, and his dad is like, really, Mom? And I'm like, look, that's my job to do that. You don't want to be the disciplinarian. So it's like, it's a deeper love, but it's like fun love, because it's like, if something messed up, he still got his parents. You know what I mean? Like, if I let him eat a little bit extra ice cream or something, well, Dad will have to deal with if he's on the toilet all night. That's not me.
And not only that, you get to drop them off and you wipe your hands clean of the whole situation. See you later.
Oh my God. Yes. Or, if it's something like, where if he wants something, like we'll go to the store and he'll try to, we had this situation where he loves what is it, like Transformers type of thing. So we have this whole thing where we're going to the store. He's really smart for so he's trying to talk me into other things. And I'm like, no, that was not the plan. We said we were coming to do this. So I got it. And then when I went back later, I got the other thing that we talked about. And his dad was like, Mom, I was like, no, I did do a lesson. I didn't get it right then. I got it, just not right then. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, these are my kids. So are you really going to check me, though?
Yeah.
What are you
Yes.
going to say? I'm going to do what I want, and you guys will just have to fix whatever the fallout is.
I love it. Let me ask you another question. When you are driving in the car by yourself and you want, you're in a good mood and you want to keep that vibe going, what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh my gosh. I love something a good vibe is something like, Bruno Mars or Finesse or even Drake's In My Feelings. It has to have a funky upbeat to it. It can't, some rap is heavy, but something that's really fun. I like Cardi B. I like music that says something, but because, you got to talk with it. So if I'm in a good mood, but I'm going to go to a client meeting and I got to go hardcore,
Now,
I gotta cuss you the whole thing.
Let me ask you this. I know exactly what you're saying. I love it. Do you listen to the Drake new album, Scorpion? Are you into it? Do you listen to the whole album, or are you just listening to some?
My daughter and I, we were listening to it. Yeah, I mean, some of it. It's just Drake is just so emotional. He's really emotional. Drake goes through some things, and it's okay. I'm gonna play. Before I start getting into this, you're a publicist, correct? Right, yes.
Before I get into that, I'm going to play 2 Drake songs from the new album. You tell me which song you like better, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to play them right now. Here's the first song, all right? Here we go.
Okay.
Let it play for a little, we'll let it go. You know how the Drake is. He does his little thing at first.
Right, you got to get committed. You got to get here.
You got to get committed.
I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. I'ma always take the money over sex. That's why they need me out the way, what you expect.
Now, do you know this song?
I'm familiar with this. That's this song he did. I mean, because again, somebody's always after his neck. So yeah, vaguely.
Okay, that's I'm Upset. Okay, and here's the second song. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I want to know who motherfucking representing it here tonight.
Oh, Big Frida.
Hold on.
This is right up your alley.
Oh, yeah, that's my feeling. Come on, what you doing, girl? Come on, I can see it.
Something for y'all to cut up to,
Yeah, this song's got a nice little vibe to it right here.
Exactly. You got the little hook in there. Yes.
All right. That's Nice for What? That's by Drake. All right. Thank you for playing that game for me. Now tell me a little bit about what you're doing here with being a publicist. Tell me about that.
Okay, being a publicist, as I'm sure you're in radio, is my job basically is to protect the brand. I have decided to do it in a different way. I have a little unique niche to it, I think, in that I like to create out of the box. As you can probably hear from my personality, I am somebody that's just on 1,000 all the time. So I like to find ways, and I deal with a lot of independents. Here in Atlanta, there's people from all over the world, and I've had the opportunity to meet with them on different levels. When I started, I was actually... my background is I was in my other life a legal assistant, and I realized that lawyers are really special birds, and that being in that box was not going to work for me. So
I'm a lawyer, by the way, but go ahead.
I started my own virtual assisting firm because I like the idea of assisting. And then I started, doing things with different independent, different, like I had interior designers and models and different people like that. But I realized I was working myself out of work because nobody knew who they were. So I kind of evolved. It kind of just organically evolved in that I started reaching out to media, magazines, radio places like yourself. And I remember one time talking to a guy, and he was like, "Oh, so you're the publicist?" And I didn't miss a beat. I said, "Yes, I am." And, booked the gig, blah, blah, blah. I got off the phone, and it was, "Oh, I am. I've been doing that the whole time. I didn't even realize what I was doing." And so since then, I've realized that people always think when you say publicist, it has to be an athlete or entertainer. But what I've realized and what I've shared with people is that if you have a product, talent, or service and you don't have exposure, your brand will die. So you need somebody to speak for you. I protect the brand. I get through the gatekeepers, taskmasters, the handlers, and give my clients an opportunity to get exposure where they normally wouldn't have it.
Now, what about social media? So let's just say you have a client, right? And let's just say he's a musician, whatever type of musician he is, and he hires you for being a publicist. Do you handle their social media? Do you handle stuff like that?
That's part of my package. I do because, as you know, when you see a lot of the A-listers or whatever they're called, you can build up this great brand and destroy it with one tweet, one post, or one Instagram post. So, yes, it's part of my package, especially for independents, especially for people that are starting out. It's better because I'm going to be objective. I'm not going to be upset because I remember when I represented this one young rapper one time, and he was really upset because, of course, he posted his track, and he got comments on it. But instead of him realizing that it was a conversation, at least they were checking for him, he got upset and blah, blah, blah. And ever since then, I was like, I represent you. That's part of the thing that I have to do to make it consistent. To make sure that if something is going on, that I can handle the conversation, the comments where it might not be favorable, but because to me, I always say, if you feed it, it'll grow. If you starve it, it'll die. So if you feed that negativity on your post and you keep commenting, it gives it life. If you just put up your next track or talk about your next appearance, people ain't paying attention to that. They're going on what you're saying because it's your page. So, yeah, I do handle that for them as well.
And, the thing, too, is what you said, and it's so true. You don't have the feelings part of it is out of it.
No.
So if you're handling somebody else's social media and they're writing these negative comments or something like that, you're not going to be so quick to respond with a negative tone back and say something.
Because like we said, you'll post, your first instinct is to defend. You know what I mean? Or I can't believe that. But whereas, like you said, that's not my lane. That's not what I'm there to be an objective party to say, okay, basically come back. And plus, I have my friends tell me I have this really nice, nasty way about me. Realize that I cussed you out until you walked away. So, with that being a skill, it's easy to make it to where the person feels like they've been heard. Same time, my client is not going in a direction that's going to mess up the brand.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. What is the best platform if somebody wanted to get their brand out there? What would you say, based on your expertise, is the best social media platform to get it out there?
Between YouTube and Instagram.
Really?
Facebook is okay. Yeah, because YouTube is getting traction. If you've never noticed, like there's a lot of YouTubers that are doing some amazing things because you can monetize it. I suggest is if you're going to do a live stream, do that on Instagram because I don't believe, from what I understand, if you subscribe or something, you don't always get that later. Whereas in Instagram and Facebook and even Snapchat, you can save them and play them later if you want to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that because I do that. When I do Facebook Live, you could actually save the video and then repost it to every social media outlet.
Other places. Exactly. Yes. So those would be good and then your YouTube later.
Yes, absolutely. Now, if people wanted to follow you or wanted to contact you to use your services, how would they be able to do that?
You can follow me on all social platforms at The O'Kelly. That's at the @ THE OKELLY Factor FACTOR.
Look at you doing your thing.
I'm trying to be like you. I see what you do. I see exactly what you're doing. And the cool thing is, if people don't understand it, the great thing that I like about podcasts and different things like this, traditional media sometimes, is that because archive. And as a publicist, when I do things for my such as this or different things like that, I'm ready to take that and put it on all of their social platforms. So you don't want to, just another tip is that you don't want to do anything technically, you hope, I mean, of course, if you get the major radio stations say come, definitely go, but make sure you take somebody that's either live it or recording it for you so that you'll have it later and be able to back for those people that missed it. You want to have that, you want to build that brand to where, again, if you have a website or wherever else you want to put that interview, you have a place to put it. And you have something to put there other than the picture of you being at the radio station, for like those 2 or 3 minutes.
I love it. LaTanya, anytime that you want to come back on, you want to just come on and just talk, you want to promote something else, if you have any artist or anybody that you're representing that you want to come on the show.
I do. I was going to say, I'm going to be in touch with you because I have some people for you.
I love it.
Again, like I said, I protect the brand. So I had to come on first to make sure you're cool. So now I can definitely, because I don't send my people anywhere that's not safe.
Yes. Well, as you can see, I'm just all about having fun. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely enjoy it myself. Thank you so much.
All right, and you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Have a good one.
All right, bye.